the similarity between all the cultures about their conceiving of divine power.
Mm-hmm.
So all the culture, ancient and new, whether regardless of their development in technology, they kind of share the similarity of attitudes or general attitudes towards God. In that, I mean, basically, all of them believe there's some power, some divine power beyond people's capacity to manage things, like fate or so. And the two most interesting examples I think of modern China and ancient Rome, because those two societies are so drastically different from all the aspects, yet they share the common attitudes towards God or gods.
Mm-hmm.
Or exactly.
And Aztecs too, which is also thirdly removed.
Oh, that I didn't. I don't have a lot of knowledge about, but I do. Obviously because I grew up in China, I know a lot about Chinese. And in my study about Christianity history, I learned a lot about how ancient Romans how do they worship gods, and it turns out what the Romans do are not very different than what most Chinese do, which is very funny because for the background about Chinese, so the communist government basically try to sell that they are being supreme, that they want to replace the gods with their status, their government. And in doing so, they push atheist-like ideology, saying that all the religion are tools that the power, the people power created to manipulate people. But on the other hand, there's actually no God. But however, we know a lot of stuff how to run the country. So you should trust us. This is their narrative. And obviously, people just start figuring out this is wrong, right? This is definitely not the case. Communism is not the solution. But they don't know what is the right solution, what is the right religion or philosophy. Yet they know there are divine power. So what they end up doing is that they pick up some seemingly Asian tradition, like they worship different gods for different reasons. For example, I really want to have a child, so they go to some specific Buddha for that, some specific type of God for that, and someone want to open a business, so they go to another God. This is exactly what ancient Romans are doing. So what about Aztec? Do they do the same thing?
Yeah, they also have multiple gods. The Aztec pantheon is pretty similar to other pantheons. I mean, the fact that like all these different cultures across the globe, across time, have all these pantheons. It's actually unusual to have a monotheistic religion.
Like Judaism.
Yeah. So yeah, Judaism. So the Abrahamic faiths started one aspect, but there was also Zoroastrianism. I believe it's Zoroastrianism, which actually predates Abrahamic religions.
Oh, really? Where are they?
They're also in the Middle East. Basically, we're now talking about the Fertile Crescent type of like this is like way back when society.
Yeah. It's funny. I wonder whether they are kind of it influenced one another. I mean, Judaism and
I'm sure that they.
Probably.
Concept.
Yeah, that is a really exception because the Chinese and Asian Roman basically they worship God for very specific reason. I worship you because I need to accomplish something very specific.
I think it's very selfish. A lot of worship is very selfish
and very specific. Not can you just give me good luck? No.
Give me.
No, not good luck in general, but I will buy a lottery tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Can you make my lottery hit something?
Yeah.
Like I need really 10,000 $10,000. Can you make me please just give me that through my lottery? Right? It's not make me rich, not rich in general, but I pray for you. I take my time. Maybe spend some money to worship you. So please give me something very specific.
Yeah. Oh, which I personally don't believe in. I don't believe in like just especially so casually asking divine to get stuff.
Basically, you're saying that divine power won't intervene this way. Like for example,
well, I think it's rude. I think it's rude just to like constantly go to God and just be like, gimme.
Because I do this, you have to exchange, pay back my paying back my worship by helping me in this way. Right?
So like the more like magical, mystical type of faiths, like they have like a system, a ritual, a process for like actually asking for something, and you are like sacrificing blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
To do all of this work to get what you're asking for. You're putting yourself on the line to.
You're putting skin in the game.
Yeah, you're putting skin in the game, exactly, and so that makes much more sense to me than just the casual. Like, do all these things for me.
Yeah, I think there is a whole about the level of intervention, which I believe is a broader topic. The Greek philosophy have a whole spectrum of attitude towards that. On the one hand, like Epicureans believe that God will not intervene.
Yeah.
God either doesn't exist or God won't intervene because God is for us. We are just so tiny, specific, small, hopeless, stupid thing that for example, why would you intervene in the life of an ant? Like,
if you like us, please like, subscribe, and comment.
Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.